504 Spartan here, and well, I'm back. Haven't done a video this week because I was really busy, and also Titanfall got the better of me, and I really enjoy that game. If you have an Xbox 360, Xbox One, or a PC that is capable to play this game, I would say it's a definitely must buy for me. I don't make video game reviews, nor I plan to, but I say it's hell of a good time. I really like it. It's a really good game. So, but that's not the point. The point here is that I'm back, and since the new guard codex is coming in 3 weeks, I decided to go ahead and stop for a bit. I'm so anxious for this new codex, but I decided to stop and wait for it. I'm going to be waiting for it, but meanwhile, we're going to be talking about a few fortifications that I like running, and the main one that I really suggest almost everyone to run. If you're running a defenses, shit, I can't even talk today. If you're planning to defend yourself and not advancing through enemy objectives, for example, if you're playing Purge the Alien most of the time, and you don't want to die, my best recommendation is to run an Aegis defense line. Alright, so why an Aegis defense line? 50 points for just the line. And you can run 4 of these and 4 of these little ones. Now, what they do is they give you a 4-up cover safe on your dudes that are standing behind it. And if you're on the ground, you will get a 2-up cover save, which is pretty good. It's just I don't like going to ground. I'd rather have that 4-up cover save. If you have stealth or shroud, even better. Camo cloaks, for example, for my Imperial Guard, I put Harker behind him, so that way I have a 3-up cover save instead of a 4-up. So it's really good. And for 50 points, you have an additional cover, and this is for almost every army. I think every army can run this except for Tyranids. But that's what I've been told, and what I read, it says that all the armies can use it. Now, my favorite thing about this, it gives you also a few supports. Now, if you're playing Imperial Guard, I would just run the Astropath for this case, but there's a Telecom Relay. It's basically a satellite. Instead of having the quad gun, which I'll talk about this later, you have like this relay that you put in here. It's called Telecom Relay. So on a 2-up, no, it's not a 2-up. You can re-roll your failed reserve rolls. So if you're like, if you know you're doing bad 1s and 2s and you have a lot of reserve units, you could run that. That's perfect. As an Imperial Guard player, say run the Astropath for now. If he's removed, then the Telecom Relay is the thing to go. Now, and then there's the other stuff. The other stuff is well, first of all, the Icarus Last Cannon, which I have right here. This is an Icarus Last Cannon. 96 inches Last Cannon. It's the same thing as a normal Last Cannon. However, this thing has Skyfire. So it's pretty good to shoot down air vehicles. For me, I would say the best recommendation to use the Icarus Last Cannon with the Aegis defense line is when you have a Tau Fireblade. If you're playing Tau, you run a Fireblade, you could do split fire. So you use the Fireblade to shoot with the Last Cannon at BS5 if I'm correct. And then the rest of the guys could shoot at some other unit, like, I don't know, probably Guardsmen or Space Marines. So that way you could take down 2 things at a time. And it is brutally deadly if you have some BS5. This is the thing. If you run BS5 characters or something that has BS5, run these things. Put them on here. The quad gun thing. Now the quad gun. 50 points. So I always go for 100 points every single time I play on a defensive list. I run 100 points of fortifications. 50 for the Aegis, 50 for the quad gun. Now the quad gun, my favorite thing about this thing is 4 shots, twin linked, and Skyfire, and Interceptor. Now the Interceptor part, I do not like using it much because not really useful. It will shoot at the BS5 BS2 if you use the interceptor rule, because it's an automated. If you leave it like this, if you just leave the quad gun shooting by itself, it will shoot at BS2. That's not a bad thing. It's pretty interesting because you will have to get 5s, and then you need to re-roll them. Need to re-roll the fail ones. So most of the time you will not roll 5s and 6s. So in order to boost that up, I always bring a character that has BS5 or BS4 at least, at minimum. I always bring someone with a good ballistic skill. So I always bring a Lord Commissar and mount him up on the quad gun. Now he is this thing is shooting at BS2. If you roll 1s, twin link, you have a higher chance of popping anything you like. Great against flyers, great against big units like flying monster screechers. So let's just say this thing is a flying monster screecher and it's coming at me. I'm like, oh crap, there's a big thing out of the way. Let me roll some 4 and let me see. Roll some 2s. Oh, I rolled 2 1s. Reroll. Okay, 5 6. That's fine. Let me pop them out. And even if you do not succeed on killing it, they'll still get a grounding test. And this works for light vehicles as well. It's so convenient to run this quad gun against light vehicles. Pops up rhinos pretty quick. And really, I love using it against bikes. It's just so easy. It's 2 to wound no matter what. And even if they get their jinx save, I don't care. I'm happy because I have an autocannon. So yeah, but that's my strategy with it, in my opinion as well. 100 points for a quad gun compared to some of the anti-air vehicles around, like the Hydra, which thank God it's coming out plastic kit for the Hydra, and I hope the points are reduced, or they give us some beefy stuff like the quad gun over here. If they make it similar to the quad gun or the quad gun stats, I will be completely happy to run the Hydra instead. But or have that and the quad gun with the Aegis defense line, so it makes it even better. However, right now the Hydra is pretty much crap, so I'm just using this for now for my anti-air, and if for my anti-air and for light vehicles, because it's a very good support system. It's a very good support system, and plus that 4-up armor save, cover save. Wow, it's very well made. So strong recommendation. Yes, run the Aegis defense line, the best one out of the fortifications from the normal rulebook. Stronghold Assault rulebook, it's also pretty good, but there's a few of them that are, I think, a little bit better depending on the situation. This is more a general situation, so I highly recommend this one, no doubt. Now, speaking of which, I do have an extra set of Aegis defense lines if you need one. I will be mostly selling it, and unlike your normal box of Aegis defense line, I'm including the Icarus last cannon. So yeah, I'm including that. Now you have 2 options if you're interested in getting one of these Aegis defense lines. I'm going to fully paint these up pretty soon if you want it. If you want a painted version of it, they're all complete. However, this one I'm not including an Icarus last cannon because I don't have an extra one. If I did have an extra one, I will definitely include it. But unfortunately, I do not have. And then there's this one, which is completely not painted, not base or nothing. It's just it's gray. But you do get the Icarus last cannon and you do get your quad gun. So that way you have combinations. The Telecom Relay, I do not have one. Funny that I got the quad gun from a friend. And no, not the quad gun. The last cannon from a friend. Which is a very nice turret. I wish I would keep it, but I really like the quad gun right now. Quad gun's my favorite. Well, that's about it for today. My next video will be probably an update of what's going to happen, and there's a little bit stuff that I'm willing to part out with so I could make room and also expand on my new armies that I'm probably getting, because I am definitely wanting to get Tyranids. This is the first batch of Tyranids I have. This is the color scheme I'm going with. I decided to paint one. I'm not a very good Tyranids painter. This is the first time I did a Tyranid up close, and I'm not really my favorite models to paint, honestly. I wish I had painted Tyranids already, but unfortunately I have to do with what I have. I already got a Carnifex. I got 30 Gaunt's, so I have enough for what I wanted to do. I just need a Turbogon, and I need to start my army. I need my army. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. So as soon as I get rid of some stuff or part with some stuff, there's more information coming up. I'm definitely gonna make a Tyranids reviews on what I think it's good, what I think it's not good. But I need to clear some stuff out first. So please subscribe to this channel, like this video. If you're interested in these one of these two Aegis defense lines, I'm only getting rid of one because I want to keep one. If somebody really wants to paint it one, PM me. If somebody wants the unpainted one, PM me as well. The one that I consider, they're both up for offer. I'm definitely probably not going to charge as much as GW charges. They charge like $40 for this box, which is, I think, a little bit ridiculous for the amount of stuff you get. But the fortifications, it works perfectly. I like it. So yeah. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next video.